And like I was talking about again, these three are still going to be your friends here. So again, under order sets, it's basically divided among three different categories. You have your adult, you have your EM-PTC, which is like your EM protocols. And it's not necessarily a protocol per se, but kind of like your second-hand portion of the workup. And then your PEDS. So again, the most important thing, I would say is get familiarized with what's within the sets. You have everything from an abdominal pain to a female GU to a pregnant vaginal bleed for a female with abdominal pain. And then from there, for example, let's say that you have a patient comes in with an acute stroke. Everything's already set for that acute stroke. And you call up the neurologist and they say, yes, give TPA. Well, now you can go down to this EM-PTC and now you have TPA medication, and it basically has everything already set for you. So let's go into one of these now. So again, it will have not only your blood pressure medication, it will tell you what to titrate to. So if you're trying to get that systolic less than 180 on a Cardine drip, you can click on this and it'll automatically titrate it to this rate. You don't have to put anything in. The heading above each medication is what is going to be occurring for that medication. If you want something outside of this, then you, like Dr. Golden was talking about, you need to order outside of the order set. But these are pretty standard otherwise in terms of that. And then again, your TPA here, you can just easily click on that and it will pop up. And I don't think this patient has a weight, so it's going to ask me for the weight here. But so patient's weight, let's just say we have a 90 kilogram male, and literally just hit enter, 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 and you're already ready to go. It's ready to file, and you're ready to pharmacy to start mixing up that TPA.
So I'll add on that this is a really big deal that Dr. Broke has spent a lot of time on, and actually makes a huge difference, because this is probably one of the most difficult things to try to do in the order sets, trying to figure out how you order a drip or anything like that. And if Dr. Brokish will go back and click out of this, he'll show you again that there are specific order sets for drips right there that you can find, and this will make your life so much easier. The same, he'll scroll up just a smidge here. The other one, like we talked about, instead of trying to find a specific radiology order outside of your order set you use, instead of trying to do a one-off order, again, the recommendation is click on here. It's going to have the list of those radiology studies already set up so that they will match up with radiology, so orders won't get canceled haphazardly. And so again, this really goes back to the point about pretty much now within the order sets that have been designed by Dr. Brokish, you can pretty much find almost everything you need. There might be one thing here and there that slips through, but really through these order sets, you should be able to order everything you need to do. You can see the headache protocols, you can see lumbar puncture setup, laceration. It makes life much easier than trying to figure these out piecemeal. So this hopefully will make everybody's life a little bit easier.
Yeah, the reason that is because it depends on the dictionary. So, for example, the issue comes up between a duplex ultrasound and a Doppler ultrasound. So, if you put in a Doppler ultrasound of the leg to rule out a DVT, for example, that is actually not the correct study that you want to order. You actually want to order a duplex. So, a lot of the order sets have the correct orders, the correct dosing, and can communicate with pharmacy much easier. So, and a lot of them, one thing I can actually show you is, like, for example, lidocaine. So you just want lidocaine for a simple laceration repair. You can actually go through the order sets and click on your lidocaine. And if you go outside of it, it'll say, well, do you want a 10 ml dose or 20 ml dose or 30 ml vial, or what kind of vial size do you want? And again, the order sets are linked to your Pyxis, so it actually knows what's in your Pyxis, and therefore it's not coming from pharmacy. It can just pop right out. So yeah, that is a great point to try to order as many from the order sets as you can. And then also, even within each order set, so like within abdominal pain, you have again, we'll just kind of go through this just briefly, and again, like I said, I encourage you. A lot of these are just your preset CVC, BMP, liver lipase, UA, UCG if it's less than 50 with the uterus. Again, you get your blood cultures or whatever else, your different x-rays, your CTs, your ultrasounds, and again, all your nursing orders, you can do PO challenges, NG inserts. Again, these are just kind of just to get you started in terms of what you have. Again, that sneaky STEMI that can creep up for you for that presents as an epigastric abdominal pain and things of that nature. You also have your fluid boluses, and you can see those. Here's a 500, 1 liter, 2 liters, a 20 cc per kilo bolus. And the same thing too is, let's say you wanted a 30 cc per kilo, you can still change all of this as well. Again, by clicking on this pencil, you can actually just change it out and go say, hey, I want a 30 or I want a 40 mil per kilo or whatever it is that you want it to be, or pen or whatnot. And again, I'll calculate all that out for you as well. Along the same lines as well is that pain protocol is also linked in within the set itself. So again, we're all about the, a lot of people say, oh, Dr. Brokish, how would you like to treat this patient for pain? And, oh, let's do pain protocol 4 and 4. So basically it's 4 morphine, and then you can also click 4 Zofran as well. And basically what this does is it's morphine, it's 4 milligrams IV every 15 minutes for a pain level of 4 to 10. And it basically automatically puts the nurse and empowers the nurse to, and also gives them flexibility to get the patient's pain under control. This order as well for the Zofran, if you look kind of deeper within it, it actually is an additional, it's a ×1 now, and then an additional PRN ×1 order as well for the second round of morphine, or if they need it again. So that's the nice thing. But it goes through all your morphine, your Dilaudids, Zofrans, promethazines, Toradol, hydrocodone, whatever you need in there. And then again, you got your GI cocktail with your Purple Lady and your Pepsid. So again, it's trying to be all inclusive in terms of it. The one thing I would caution you, or just tell you that is kind of a little a Meditech oddness, is that it takes a second for it to actually kind of register and process through the order itself. So if I click on GI cocktail and I want to scroll down and I want to go down to something else, if I click on that real quick, I scroll down and I say, oh yeah, and I want vancomycin, it hasn't had time to process that GI cocktail and it pops back up. So you basically, whenever you click on something, you want to see that kind of blip, this, that circle, and then now it's ready for a new order, and now you can scroll. And then basically once you're done, you just hit the done order. You have all of your orders all set here for you to take a look at as well. And you can change, you can modify, you say, oh, that CT abdomen pelvis, oh, I wanted to remove that or whatnot, or oh, I didn't want this 20 cc per kilo. You can undo. Undo basically is before you submit. And then once you submit, you put your pin in. I'm obviously not going to submit for this patient. But if an order is already in, then you would have to basically click on that certain order that you wanted, and then you would actually DC that, if it's discontinue that, if that's already an order within that area.